Oh my goodness, this homemade coffee is so good. Hey everyone, it's Priscilla from the Stitch Queen Crochet, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do your very own half double crochet circle, or basically how to crochet in a round with half double crochet, and we're going to get right into the video. So today I am using I Love This Cotton yarn in Amethyst, and it is a weight 4 cotton yarn, and I'm also using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, which is also I9, and it is a Susan Bates hook. I'll link everything I'm using below. If you're a beginner, maybe use acrylic, not cotton, because cotton kind of splits a lot when you're crocheting with it. So everything you're going to need to know to do the half double crochet circle is a chain. Starting off with a slip knot, a chain, a slip stitch, and a half double crochet stitch. If you don't know how to do any of those things, I'm going to link tutorials for each one of those in the description below. And if you want to learn how to do a single crochet circle, I'll link that below as well. Alright, so I'm going to try to go as slow as possible. So to start off, you're going to need to do a slip knot. Once again, everything is linked below, how to do each one. But start off with a slip knot and put it on your hook. And also, you might want to leave a longer tail, because I'm going to show you guys how to crochet over this short end so that you can close up your circle at the end. Okay, so we're going to leave a longer tail with our slip knot, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the chain ring method, not the magic circle, to start our circle. So you're going to start off with chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, to make the circle that we're going to crochet into, we're going to literally put our hook into the first chain that we made and do a slip stitch. So get your hook and go to the first chain you made, which is right here. We have 5 chains. Here's the first chain I made, and I'm going to put it in the back loop of that chain. Front loop, back loop. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to pull it through both loops on my hook, and that's a slip stitch. And if you get your chain and kind of open it up, you have a circle, and we're going to crochet inside of this circle like we're crocheting into a stitch. But to be able to close up our circle at the end, we're going to crochet over this short end with the circle. So while we're doing that, I'm going to show you how to do it. You want to pretend like your end and this chain are one. You're going to crochet over both at the same time. And at the end, you're going to be able to pull it and weave it in, and your circle will close up. So get your short end and hold it with your chain like it's one. So to start off round 1 of your circle, you're going to chain 1. This does not count as a stitch, but you're going to do at the beginning of each round because I said so. I'm just kidding. No, that's just how I do it. All right, so chain 1. Hold your short end with your chain circle. So you're going to insert it into your circle like you're doing a stitch. We're going to do a half double crochet. So to start half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, and now you're going to insert your hook into that chain circle that you created. All 5 chains create a circle. Get your hook and put it inside of the circle like you're putting it into a stitch. Yarn over. Make sure that your short end is with that chain. You're crocheting over all of it. So yarn over. Pull it through the circle. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over. And pull it through all 3 loops on your hook, and that is a half double crochet. No, so we have 1 stitch. So we're going to do this 9 more times. We're going to do 10 half double crochet inside of our circle. So don't forget, you're holding your short end with your chain. So yarn over, put your hook into your circle, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we have 2. Let's do it again. Yarn over, put your hook into that circle. Once again, make sure that you're holding your end with the chain, so you're crocheting over the end and the chain at the same time. Yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Let's do a few more, 7 more. So yarn over, put into your circle, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over. Now if you're a beginner and it's hard to pull to 3 at one time, it's okay to pull it through 1 at a time. If you find pulling through all 3 difficult, it's okay. It's going to turn out good no matter what. All right. If I'm going too fast, I hope I'm not, please just slow down the playback speed in the settings if I'm going too fast for you. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 5 more. Yarn over, put it inside your circle. Oops. Yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 3. And as you get better, you'll end up going faster and faster. Feel free to pause the video if you need to catch up. Rewind it if you need me to show you again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to do 10 half double crochet in our circle. I hope this whole time you've been crocheting over the chain and your end. We're going to pull it through at the end. So yarn over, here's my last one. Put it inside the circle, yarn over, pull it through that circle, yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops on your hook. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 half double crochet. So now we're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet that we made of the round, and then we're going to pull our circle closed like magic. You know, it's not a magic circle. So here is the first half double crochet I made, not that chain 1 we did. Here's the first half double that we did. The top of it looks like a V. So the top of your stitch is going to look like a V. Not the chain 1, the stitch. You're going to get your hook, put it into the top V of that first stitch you made of the round. There's round 1, put it through the V's, the V. Yarn over, pull it through everything on your hook, and that's how you slip stitch to the first stitch of your round. And since I've crocheted over my end, I can get it and just boop, pull that short end close. And I'm going to weave it in, or it's not going to stay closed. After you're done with everything, you can weave in your end, and now help your circle stay closed. Okay, so that was round 1. We did 10 half double crochets into our chain circle. Let's do round 2. So at the start of each round, chain 1. All right, and for round 2, we're going to do 2 half double crochets into each stitch. So if we had 10 stitches to end our first round, we're going to end your stitch count you're going to end with for your second round is 20. So this is also called a half double crochet increase. People might say it different in different kind of patterns. You can do 2 half double crochet into 1 stitch, or you can also call it a half double crochet increase. We just slip stitch into this stitch, so I'm not going to go into the one that we just slip stitched into. I'm going to go into the next stitch. So we just slip stitch into here. I'm going to start in the next one. So yarn over, go to the V on top of the second stitch. So put your hook in there. Then yarn over again, pull it through that stitch, yarn over again, and pull it through all 3. And to increase, we're going to go right back into the same stitch that we just crocheted into. So if you look, here's my half double crochet right here. It came out of this stitch. We're going to go back into it again and do another half double crochet. So I'm going to go back in the same hole, in that same stitch that we just crochet into, and do a half double crochet. Just like that. Now we have 2 half double crochet into 1 stitch, also called a half double crochet increase. And we're going to do that in each stitch all the way around. So we just went into here, try my work a little bit. Here's the next V, the next stitch I'm going to go into. So yarn over, put it into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So I'm going to show you again how to do the increase. We just went into this stitch. We're going to go back into the same stitch. So yarn over, put it back into the same stitch, the same hole you just went into. Right here. I'm going to go right back in there. And yarn over, and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So far we have a half double crochet increase right here, another one in the second stitch. Let's do it again. So we just went into this stitch. You can see if you pull it, and that's what we just went into. Don't go back in the same stitch. Make sure you go into the next one. So here's our next stitch. That V right there, you can see it. Go in there, yarn over. There we go. Yarn over, pull through all 3. So let's go into the same stitch again and do another increase. Yarn over, put it into the same stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. All right, as you can see, here is how the increase looks. You got 2 stitches coming out of 1 stitch. We did that 3 times. We're going to keep going all the way around until we get to the end. So you're going to be doing this, the increase, in total 10 times all the way around the increase. It's going to be 20 stitches altogether, but 10 increases. All right. Next one. We just went to this one. Let's not go back in the same one on accident. Let's go into our next one. So yarn over, put into the next stitch. Sorry, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Oh, sorry, 3 loops. Yarn over, go back into the same stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. So we're going to keep doing that all the way around. Feel free to pause if you need to, or rewind if you need to, just to see how I do it. I'm just going to go ahead and start the next round so that people who got it can go ahead. But once again, if I'm going too fast on that tutorial part, slow down the playback speed, or just rewind it and watch it again and again and again until you understand how the increase works. Okay, so I'm about to go into my last stitch of this round 2. So let's do it together. Pause if you're not here yet, and we'll catch up. Press play when you get to your last stitch. Yeah, I gotta weave in that in so the circle stays closed. I'll do that at the end. Okay, so yarn over. Just go into our last stitch. Yarn over. Pull that through. 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over. Pull through all 3. Yarn over. Go back into the same stitch that we literally just went into. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now, if you're into counting your stitches, if you're a beginner, definitely count your stitches. We should have 20 stitches at the end of round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you're like, how do I count that? Look at your stitch. You can see it. Or look at the V on the top. There's a V for each stitch. Make sure you don't accidentally count that starting chain. Don't count the starting chain. Count the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get the drift. All the way around. All right. Now, here's how to end round 2. Same as round 1. See that first stitch that we made of the round? You can also use a stitch marker. I didn't mention this. Use a stitch marker to mark your first stitch that you did, so you know where to start and where to end. I didn't mention that. I'm so sorry. But if you want, get a stitch marker, put it in that first stitch that you do, so you know where you're supposed to start and end. So here's the first stitch of this round. There's the top V of it. Put my hook through, yarn over, pull it through that stitch and the other loop on my hook, and that's how we slip stitch to end round 2. All right, let's go into round 3. So basically I'm going to show you guys how to do like round 4 and 5, and I'll show you guys a formula to continue on and make it as big as you want to. And And I'll show you how to fasten off too. I didn't show you guys how to fasten off in my last video, and y'all are like complaining. I'm so sorry. Not complaining, but give me suggestions. Sorry, you were not complaining. Telling me to show you guys, so I'll show you guys how to fasten off as well. Because I did not show you that, so I'm sorry for not showing you guys in my last video. Okay, round 3. To start off each round, you know what to do. Chain 1. Does not count as a stitch. Okay, so now we're going to do a half double crochet in one stitch, and then an increase in the next stitch. We're going to repeat that all the way around. So I'll show you. So there's no confusion. Yarn over. Go into your first stitch and do a half double crochet. All right, into your next stitch, do an increase or 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. So just do a second one in the same stitch. It's an increase, just like we did in the last row. So we have a half double crochet in one stitch. In the next stitch, we have 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. All right, we're going to repeat that until we get all the way around. So you're going to end off with doing an increase. All right, so that's repeat number 1. Let's do it again. Go into our next stitch. Here's the next V right there, and do a half double crochet. All right, in the next stitch, we're going to do 2 in the same stitch, or an increase as we call it. 1. Let's go back in the same stitch and do a second one. All right, do you guys get the pattern? Do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch. In the second stitch, do 2. 1 and then 2. Let's do it again in case you don't get it yet. Go into the next stitch and do 1 half double crochet. Don't forget, the top of them look like V's. Makes it helpful. And so into the next stitch, do 2 half double crochet. There's 1. Go back into the same stitch and do a second. Oopsie, that cotton yarn splits so much sometimes. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, do 2 into the next one. I'll show y'all one more time, and then I'll continue on so the people who are ready can go to round 4. Okay, next stitch. 1 half double crochet inside of it. Into the next stitch, we're going to do 2 inside of it. So once again, the pattern that we are repeating is 1 half double crochet in one stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to do 2 inside of it. After you keep doing it, you're going to kind of realize how the increased stitches look and how the regular ones look. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See how they're both coming out the same hole? 1 and 2. So keep repeating that until you get to the end of your round. So at this point of the pattern, you might be like, hey, my circle is coming out cupped, or hey, my circle is coming out wavy. I have a video for that. It will basically I can't talk. It will help you troubleshoot how to not have your circle come out cupped or wavy. But definitely finish this video first, and then I'll link it in the description. Also how to do that, and I'll put at the end of the video too. So in case that happens to you, you'll know how to fix it and how to get a flat circle. Because what you want is a flat circle, not a wavy and not a cup circle. Okay, so here we are on my last part of the round. Pause if you're not here yet. Fast forward if you already know what to do. But I'm going to show you how to do it. People who don't know how to end the round. I'm at my last repeat, which is a half double crochet in the next stitch. And then into my last stitch, I'm going to do an increase. Now, if you get to the end of your round and you're like, oh, I'm not ending on an increase, that's how you know you messed up. And you need to go back and see where you messed up. Frog, or rip it out. In case you guys didn't know, frogging is from ripping out your yarn to get to the... Anyway, that was really weird. So frog until you get to where you messed up, and then continue on. So I ended round 1, 2, 3 on an increase. 2 half double crochets into 1 stitch. Now, if you have your stitch marker, you'll know you're at the beginning of your round. If you don't, use one if you need to. But I know where I'm at. Here's the first stitch I made of the round. Not the chain, but the first stitch right here. There's that V on top of that stitch. Put it in there, yarn over, pull through that and your loop on your hook to finish round 3. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys how to do round 4, and I'm gonna explain to you how to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So round 4, yarn over, chain 1. Sorry, delayed response. So yarn over, we're gonna go into our first thing. So real quick, the repeat is gonna be half double crochet in 1 stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do an increase in the 3rd stitch. Now some patterns might say half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then in the next stitch do an increase. Some might say that. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's go into our first stitch and do a half double crochet. In our next stitch, we're going to do another half double crochet. All right, we have 1, 2. Into our next stitch, we're going to do an increase, or 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. Pause if you need to. Here is the pattern. Half double crochet, increase. You're going to do that all the way around. I'll show you one more time. Into your next stitch, do a half double crochet. Into your next stitch, do a half double crochet. Into the next stitch, do 2 half double crochets. Now sometimes you might, count in your head. Like sometimes I'll do 1, 1, and then 2. So I know I'm doing 2 in the next stitch. Like I'll count that out loud sometimes so I don't forget the pattern. So yeah, that makes it easier for me sometimes. So we have 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 and 1. That is the pattern. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. So that's round 4. I'll show y'all one more time, and then I'm going to show you guys how to increase infinity. So into your next stitch, do a half double crochet. Into your next stitch, do another half double crochet. Into the next stitch, do 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 1, 2. All right, so we're going to get to the end of this round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause if you need to, fast forward if you want to, if you already get it, if you're like a quick learner like that. I know I wasn't, so if you're a quick learner, then you can fast forward. If not, we're just gonna finish the round together, and I'll show y'all how to, the formula to continue making your circle larger and larger, and I'll show y'all the next round just so you get it in your head, and then I'll set you guys free. Okay, I just got to the end of the round, and don't forget the repeat is 1, 1, 2. I ended doing an increase, which is 2 half double crochets in 1 stitch. Now I'm going to slip stitch the first stitch I made of the round to end it. Okay, so here's how you're going to do round 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In case you didn't notice, there's a slight pattern happening. So as you can see in round 4, we did 2 regular half double crochets and then an increase. In the next round, we're going to do 3 half double crochets and then an increase. In the next round, you're going to do 4 half double crochets and increase. You're going to keep increasing how many half double crochets that you do in between each increase. I'll put it on the screen here so you kind of get my drift. You can keep doing that over and over and over and over again until you get to the size of the circle that you want. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're on round 5. Chain 1 to start the round. Do that to start every round. And see, and you can always, if you forget where you are, you can look on your previous round and be like, okay, I did 1, 2 half double crochets and increase. Okay, so for this round, I'm gonna do 3 half double crochets and then an increase. You know what I mean? You can like just look at your work and see where you are instead of having to count your rows. That happens when you get better at like being able to look at what you're doing and know how a pattern works. So I did 1, 2, 3, increase. And then I'm going to do that all the way around my work for round 5. So like I said, for round 5, we're going to do 3 half double crochets, then an increase. Round 6, what are we going to do? Yes, 4 half double crochets, and then an increase, which is 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. So let me know if you guys found that helpful. I really hope that you did. Once again, if your circle is coming out cupped, or if it's coming out wavy like this, I have a tutorial on how to fix that, or troubleshoot it, and how to get a flat circle. So I did say that I was going to show you guys how to fasten off your work. I'm not going to show you guys the invisible join, but I'll show you guys that if you guys want to see how to make it look invisible, maybe in another video. But basically all you're going to do, I really don't want to cut this yarn, but I'm going to cut it for you guys. You're going to leave some tail to weave in your ends. So, you know, I got about a finger length and a half here. Gonna cut it. And then you're just gonna see how my hook is still on. I just pull it through. Pull that yarn through that loop. And I tighten it. And then I sew that end in like 3 or 4 times. I have a whole video how to sew in your ends. You just get a darn needle and sew it in between your stitches, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until it's nice and tidy. You cut the end off. That's how you fasten off. Obviously you can still get this, tie a little knot and sew that in so that hole stays closed. But yes, y'all, that is how you do a half double crochet circle. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below. It helps me in the algorithm, and like the video. Only subscribe if you like me. If you don't subscribe, please. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what kind of tutorials y'all want to see next. I will be doing hopefully a double crochet circle tutorial soon as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome day, my crochet kings and queens. And thank you to my channel members for supporting my channel monetarily. Thank you all for watching and subscribing and liking this video. Have an awesome day, my crochet kings and queens, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.